Swallow your saliva, boy child. Close your eyes and just pass as if you never saw her. I know those things are shaking and they're telling you that there's something nice here. You can see the chest is enough for you to lean on. They are so nice. You can see that God blessed this lady is having a figure eight. She's having everything that you're looking for in a woman. But you've got to pull your ears and tell yourself that boy child is not yet the time. You are a woman and you're walking, and maybe you're in a certain conference, you're there seated, and you can see this guy is speaking there in a conference, and you can see that this is the guy that I've been looking for. This is the man that my heart has always looked for. When is it the time for you to say that, hey, girl child, hold on, it's not the right time. Even though I can see he's the right person, I'm not in the space to take this mantle. You see, there is a say that says that sometimes you can get the right person at the wrong time. That's what I'm going to talk about today. Is it possible that you can get the right person at the wrong time? And what do you do when you're in this space? What makes you think or feel or ascertain yourself that, oh, boy child, he's the right person, but this is the wrong time. Let me just close my eyes, use another path, and avoid this guy with totality. Sometimes, some people, you've been approached. Do you think there's a time that you will say that, no, this is not my right time? Now, let's get into the real message today, guys. I see Malaika saying that everywhere you get the chance, try love. There's no right time. You'll keep on trying life and you'll keep on breaking. Before you know it, you will never even try. You will never even have a heart to want to try love again. There's no trial when it comes to love. You can try relationships. You can try dating, but you can never try love. So I want people to understand the difference between love, dating, all right? Okay? And relationship. There's a big difference. There's a lot of people in relationship without love. And there's something called love, guys. There's a lot of people who are in relationship today, but they've never found love. There's a difference between dating. There's a difference between being in relationship and love. So I want Malaika to understand this. Malkia, not Malaika. Never try love. You can try relationships, you can try dating, but never try love. So I'm speaking to people who open their inner voice or inner ears. Don't listen to my words. Open your hearts and open your mind to understand what I'm talking about. I'm not telling somebody here that, I saw a woman and now I want to date them. I want to have a relationship. Relationship you can have with anybody. Dating you can try with anyone. But why do we always miss? Why is everyone nowadays saying that there's no love? It's because we keep on trying dating. We keep on trying relationships. We've never known when is the right time to love. Love has got a right time. Dating has no time. You can date anytime as long as you wish. You must just know yourself. You must know the principles. You might know the guidelines that takes you through dating. Relationships has got no time. You can start being in a relationship anytime you wish. But love has got its time. It comes once, guys. Love will never come again. Once it comes and it passes, it is gone. God created a woman on this earth for you, just one. And if she comes at the wrong time, she might pass and you will never get love. You can be in a relationship, you can be in marriage, but there's no love. You can be married and live 100 years without experiencing love. Love comes once. So I want you people to understand what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about dating. I'm not talking about marriage. I'm not talking about a man who can take you to the eye and give you that ring. I'm talking about love. And if you give me the right ear, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Number one, when you should not look for love is when you are broke. A lot of people have gotten into relationships because they are broke. They think that when I find this man, I've found love because he's got everything. They think that because that guy has money, that guy is going to love him. That guy is going to love her. And she's going to love that man for the rest of her life just because the man has money. This one, I'm going to put it to women, but men are also in it. When you feel you are broke, don't look for love. Look for money. Go look for money. Find ways on how you can make money. Because when you are looking for love and you are hiding, all right, because you have seen this person has got money and his money I can use to fix my problem, my brokenness. When you are thinking that I will love him and he will solve my brokenness, you will never find love. It will never happen because things change, people change, not for you, they change for themselves. You might see that money is there, I will be happy. But when you get there, there's no happiness because you're still broke. He's giving you money, but money is never enough. He will not give you forever. Find money. Don't look for love when you're broke. Look for money and fix your brokenness instead of trying to fix your brokenness by using someone else's money. You know, you are in this relationship disguising yourself. You are not serious. You are not real. You are lying. You can't love with a mind that is settled on something else. Let me tell you guys, when we say love, love is unconditional feeling. Love is an unconditional feeling when even that money is not there, you still love them. But if you loved a man because he had money, what if that money is taken away? The love dies. You fell in love with money, not the man. You fell in love with money, not the woman. So when money disappears, it is done. You're not going to get yourself in that relationship. You're not going to be in that marriage. When you're broke, look for money. Stop looking for boyfriends. Stop looking for girlfriends. Stop looking for those mubabas, the sugar mummies, and the sponsors sugar daddies. Stop. If you are broke, look for money. This is what I always tell people. If you think that the man in front of you is coming to fix your brokenness, and you're feeling like if you accept to date them, they will fix your brokenness, don't take your heart into that relationship. Go with the heart and feelings of getting your brokenness fixed. Don't expect to get love out of it. I'm not telling people that, when you're broke, don't get into relationship. Be true to yourself. Know the reason why you are dating that guy so that you do not come out here and tell us that love doesn't exist. How can love miss when you are looking for someone to give you money? You're not looking for love. So when these people use you, they are not using you, as you say. They are paying for the sex that you're having with them. You saw them. What you saw in them was money. They give you this money. They sleep with you. Before you know it, they've dumped you. These people never used you. You are looking for money. You're not looking for love. So you can't come outside here and tell us that love doesn't exist. Because in the first place, you are not looking for love. You are thinking that when you follow money, love is going to come out of it. It doesn't work like that. Most of us have missed it. That's why everybody cries outside there. Oh, there's no love. Love nowadays doesn't exist. People are liars. People just gonna use you. My dear family, People will use you when you do not know what you're looking for. If you're broke, look for money, not love. Number two, never look for love when you're desperate. Desperate for anything. Desperate for money, desperate for a job, desperate for bills, desperate for anything. You're desperate. Sometimes you want to travel from one distance to another, and somebody comes with a car, you know, or let's say by a car, somebody was driving past you and then they stop their car and they tell you, hi, where are you going to? Oh, I'm headed to so and so, such and such a place. And then they say, okay, come in, I can drop you. Never fall in love with that guy. You can date them. I want you people to understand what I'm trying to say. Sometimes you might come here and leave without understanding what I'm talking about. When someone stops his car and tells you, get inside, I'll drop you. If you have something in you that is telling you, I should be with this guy, date them. Don't love them, because it will never happen. You are desperate that time. You're not reasoning. You don't know yourself. He is also taking advantage because he's helped you. You are a needy person. You're not looking for love. You're not looking for love, guys. You are looking for someone to take you from one place to another. Don't misunderstand being desperate and exchanging desperation for love. That person sees you as a desperate person who is in need, and he's fixing that need. If at all you accept to start being with this person in exchange of love, that guy will never give you that love, because even if you sleep with him, in his mind, I gave you lift. So this is just a payment. You are desperate. Without me, you would have not reached where you are going. You are looking for a job. A manager tells you that, you know what? The truth is, you cannot pass this interview. I don't think whether you can pass, but hold on. You still have a chance. If you sleep with me, I'm going to give you this job. Or if you accept to date me, I'm going to give you this job. Don't look for love there. I'm not saying don't date them. If you think you want to be with them, if they look energetic, they look handsome, and you're thinking that, yeah, I need this guy in my life, date them. If you've been in this channel, you know the rules that I said should lead your dating experience. While you're dating, you have to be disciplined. While you're dating, you must have boundaries. When you're dating, you must have principles. So, date them. Don't look for love. You're desperate. A desperate person doesn't know how to choose. That's why they say that a hungry woman should never go to a grocery. Because when you send a hungry woman to grocery, they will buy anything because they want to feed their stomach. So when you're desperate, you can take anything. Have you guys realized that when you're desperate, everybody is beautiful when you're a man? I don't know, but as a coach, psychological wise, I understand that when a man is desperate, every woman in front of them is always beautiful. When a woman is desperate, every man in front of her is always handsome. Nancy Arthur, it is your network, not mine. Mine is very strong. When you're desperate, every man in front of you, Kate Faith, thank you for the gift. Every man in front of you will always be handsome. When you are desperate as a woman, every man in front of you will always be handsome. And when you are a man, every woman in front of you will be very beautiful. Because you're desperate. You don't know how to choose. It's like a hungry woman going to the grocery. She picks, she takes this and she takes that. When she reaches home and she starts to unpack the things, she's like, but why did I buy this cabbage? How comes I choose, 3 kgs of tomatoes and I was just to pick 2 pieces of tomatoes. You're desperate. Everything in front of you is okay. Every food you can take because you're desperate. Don't fall for love. You can date them. While you're dating, you know the rules. Have principles, have boundaries, know where you go, know who you want, know what you want, know why you are in the dating experience. Take your lessons. When you date these people, why you can date them? In the lines of dating them, you can know them better. But if you're looking for love, listen to me, guys. At the end of this video, I'll be explaining to you why you should never look for love in these spaces. To get it clearly, to understand why love is no longer there, to understand why you are not experiencing love, to understand why it is so hard for people to find men or women who can love them. It's not that we can't. For example, I'll ask you guys, all men that are here, if I call each one of you, if each one of you comes to the screen now, you will complain that no woman is out there to love you. The same women that are here, they will also complain that there are no men outside there to love them. So my question is, if this man is complaining and this woman is complaining, why can't they come together and love each other? A man who is complaining no woman is out there to love, and a woman who is complaining no man is out there to love, you bring them together and again they separate. Why? Stop looking for love when you're in these positions. Number one is when you're broke. Number two is when you're desperate. Never look for love. Date, be in relationships, not love. Not love. You will know the reason why at the end of this video. Number three, when you feel lonely. Amanda, thank you. My pleasure to see your gifts there. When you're feeling lonely, my brothers and sisters, when you're feeling so lonely and you're just like, I can't be alone in this house. I'm so lonely. I need someone here. Never fall in love and never look for love when you're lonely. It will never be love. What you need is to find yourself. What you need is not to find another person. Aline, thank you so much for the gift. Kate, thank you for the gift. What you need is to find yourself. Don't fall in love because you are lonely. Don't look for love because you are lonely. It is not the right time. The reason why these things happen, guys, you might find the right person at this time when you are lonely. The right person might come. But because you are lonely, you don't understand yourself. You will not give the vibes that that person requires. Love needs love. Love does not need energy that is drained. That's why God always tells us and requires us to love Him with all our hearts because He loves us. That's why He is so jealous that we have to love Him. That's why God instructs us that we must obey Him because love is only substituted by love. You can never substitute love with weakness. So when you are lonely, you are weak. You cannot give love. You are looking for love to come your way and you cannot give. So the right person can come. But because you cannot give, you cannot offer, it's not going to work. You are lonely. Don't look for love. Date if you can. Be in a relationship with them, but use your common sense. Boundaries, lanes, principles, and guides should take you through. So that if they were the right people, they can wait, they can be patient, and they can find you when you have found yourself, not when you're lonely. A lonely soul doesn't love a heart that is complete. A lonely soul searches for itself until it becomes complete. A man or a woman who is lonely should never look for love. You can look for relationships. Maybe through relationships, you can learn some things. You can be motivated. You can be inspired. These people can give you the energy you're missing. But if you look for love, you'll miss love. Kate Faith, pleasure. Pleasure for that gift. Don't look for love when you're lonely. Look for yourself. Find yourself in that loneliness. Be with yourself. Start loving yourself. Wake up in the morning like Gora I do. I wake up in the morning, and when I go to the bathroom, I look at the mirror and I look myself and I say, young man, today you woke up, you're so tired. You're giving yourself hard time. You need to take a break. Just relax. Life is not running, boy. Boy, child, take care of yourself. Look at your face. You need to relax. All right? And I smile at myself and I say, am I always sometimes mad? I say, no, that self-affirmation I have to speak to myself. If I don't speak to myself, no one is going to speak to me. No one is going to tell me the truth. People are going to lie to me. I'm going to wear some dress or maybe some shirt, and then when I go outside, then I'm like, bro, how am I? Oh, you look good. You look great. But when you leave, they're like, I don't know why he's always asking us how he looks, but he looks very ugly. Hmm? This guy is always just feeling himself, but he doesn't even. So you need to speak to yourself. You need to find yourself, brother. You need to find yourself, my sister. Stop looking for yourself in other people. When you are lonely, don't look for love. Look for yourself. Find yourself. That's how greatness can be achieved. Love is not out there because we do not know what love is. We think that being in relationship automatically gives you the verdict of having love. It doesn't work like that. You can date millions, but you can never experience love because love is something else. We say love is a game changer. It doesn't just come like that. When you're lonely, look for yourself. Don't sing Mr. Lonely by Akon and then go get someone. Just be Mr. Lonely until you get yourself, bro. Just be Miss Lonely until you get yourself. That's when you can give energy because there's no place where love is given from one side. Even Jesus Christ died for us, for our sins. But you don't get that forgiveness until you confess your love for Him. For God so loved the world that He gave us His begotten Son. Why? He is only forgiving those who love Him. Jesus is not forgiving those who don't love Him. Christians are here and you can confess that. It's only by the time you confess your love for Him, then you get forgiveness. What does it mean? Love is not that thing you're thinking. It's not just a relationship. It's not just dating. You can go to church. Church is where God dwells. That's where we meet Jesus Christ. You can go for many years. That's a relationship. That's dating, my brother. That's dating, my sister. You can go, but not unless you will confess by your tongue. The relationship changes to, so for God so loved the world that he gave us His only Son to take away our sins. You have to, that is what we call love. So dating, you can date, you can go to church for years until you die. But if you don't confess, if you don't give the love that you're being given by Jesus, you're not going to get the forgiveness. So when you're lonely, look for yourself. Number 4, joblessness. I think I've even touched it when I was talking about desperation. When you're jobless and somebody offers you a job, don't fall in love with them. You can date them. Dating is fine, but don't look for love in them because they will never love you. They will never. The truth is, these people can marry you. There's no problem. And this is what people don't understand. This is what people don't get when we talk about love. Just because you're married to somebody doesn't mean they love you. Love is something else. So when you are jobless and you find someone, Kate, my pleasure, Kate, for those many, many gifts. Thank you so much. When you are jobless and somebody offers you a job, you can date them. You can be in a relationship with them, but never look for love in them because you will never get. These people will never love you. They will always see you as trying to compensate, trying to pay. You are paying the fact that they gave you a job. You are paying them the service that they gave to you. So even if they will marry you, in their mind, in the back of their mind, it will be, my wife, we met when I gave her a job. This, my husband, we met when I gave him a job. So you are servicing the gift of, kindness that this person gave to you. You can get married. I'm not saying people will not marry you because they gave you a job. They will. But never seek love in those places unless you take your time to be in level so that you see yourself as we met because it is love we are looking for. We did not meet because I was looking for a job. We did not meet because I was so broke. We did not meet because I was so lonely. It is love I was looking for, and that's what I got. That's where love starts. But I want you to question yourself. Just be honest. I don't want you to comment. I don't want you to comment, guys. I just want you to ask yourself a question. Have you ever been honest with yourself when you are meeting that guy? When you met your boyfriend or when you met your girlfriend, were you really honest? It is love you're looking for? Is it love that made you to say yes to them? It is something else. Maybe you had just been broken up, you are looking to heal, which is the next point we are going to talk about. Maybe you never had a job, so you are seeing this guy maybe you are feeling lonely, you were broke at that time. Maybe this person you just met, maybe they knew how to sing so well. There was something in them that was just making you feel like attracted to them. It was not because you were ready to love. Last one, guys. When you are broken, just after divorce, just after a breakup, before you heal, before you forget it, before it goes away, never fall in love because you are broken. Somebody's asking, Ben Style is saying, what about if he or she is the vibe that I need and I ought to give myself 100% to make him or her the person, the type of a woman or a man I always want to have in my life? See, before you love, you must find a person who is your vibe. That's exactly what you need to find, Mr. Benster. So when somebody is a vibe, all right, that is the person you're looking for. This is totally different from when you are desperate. What I mean is, if somebody can be a vibe to you when you are desperate, but if you check all these things, you see, you are not broke, you are not desperate, you are not lonely, you are not jobless, you are not broken, but she's a vibe. It will work. But I can tell you for sure, if you are broke and you know in your head you are broke, and just because you got her because it's a vibe, she's a vibe or something, it's not gonna work. The thing is, the relationship can work. The relationship, you can see it's okay. But there's something that I'm teaching about today. I'm teaching about love. I'm not teaching about relationship. I'm not teaching about dating. You can date because she's a vibe. Things can be working well, but there might be no love in that relationship. That's why I said 90% of people are married today, but they've never experienced love. It doesn't mean without love you cannot get married. It doesn't mean without love you can never be in a relationship. It doesn't mean when love is not there you will fight every time. No. People can be happy. They can be doing things together, but there's no love in them. They can be happy. You can see them like, they drive together, they go shopping, but there's no love in them. How do we always know that there was no love in these people? Bring something, bring a storm. Let a storm come and hit that home. You will realize that there was no love. People can be happy together, taking photos, going, dates together, traveling together, doing things. When storm strikes, like for example, a woman just comes from nowhere. Oh, this was my man, I have a child with them, blah, blah, blah. That relationship is gone. Love is when you can still find something to salvage your relationship. When you are broken or divorced, don't look for love. Look for yourself, heal yourself, be ready to start loving again. Somebody's asking what kind of a storms are. Storm are problems, okay? When I say storms, it means when problems hit, big problems, okay? Tough problems, all right? Tough problems. When some decision making is needed, sacrifice is needed to make a relationship work, we call them storms, all right? When things are happening, this person loses his job, that's a storm in relationship, all right? When this person, messes around and goes sleeps with another person and you find them cheating you, that's a storm. When love is not in that relationship ends within that second. But when love is in that relationship, people think twice. Why did it happen? Why did he have to go and cheat? You will ask yourself questions. You might find a way to solve it. That is love. Love sometimes keeps, that's why I said this, guys. When somebody loves, have you ever seen, let me give you an example, guys. Have you ever seen these women who loved, got a child with a certain guy, this guy dumped them for another woman, and then they stayed away from this man for even 2 years or 3 years or 4 years. And then before you know it, this woman is again pregnant. And when you ask them, but I think you are not dating, and they even surprise you that, oh, it is my ex. Again, we met and I'm carrying his baby. Love sometimes makes people crazy. Love sometimes can make you go crazy and become very foolish. If you do not know, Evander, thank you for the gift. If you do not realize how to control yourself, when you do not know who you are, when you do not know what you represent, when you do not know, have principles and you do not have boundaries, love can make you do some silly things. Love can make you do silly things. You can even burn a house. You can burn somebody's house just because of love without knowing. In fact, the time you are lighting the matchbox, you might not even know. You might think like you're pouring water in on that house, but it is fire. Once the house is burnt and it's down, that's when now your mind opens up and you're like, oh, what did I do? Love is a crazy thing. People take poison just because of love. People take their lives when love is true. So we need to know what love is. We need to realize what love is. Love is not something that we people are joking about here. You start dating within a month, you've left each other and you're abusing each other, you are going on social media, sharing other people, the people you used to sleep with, you are sharing their nudes. That's never love. I've never seen two people who loved each other, even after breakup, abusing each other. I've never seen people who really loved each other after divorce, telling people how bad their men or their women were in bed, telling people how crazy or how stupid or foolish those women were. People who love each other don't even talk about each other when divorce comes. They don't even they don't even want to explain to people. And even if you ask them what happened, they'll just tell you that it never worked. We were meant together, but it never worked. That is love. You can love and still break up. You can be married forever, but there's no love. That's how technical sometimes it is, guys. When you're studying about love, I tell you guys, the school of studying about love is the most interesting school because always works. You can marry because you love someone. You might not marry because you don't love them or you love them. You can love and divorce because you love somebody. Sometimes you just leave people because you love them so much and being part of them, you feel like it's not the right thing. You love them very much. So you're feeling like the more I stay with these people, the more they hurt. The best thing to do is me to withdraw and let them go peacefully. Let them find love somewhere else. We cannot compart, even though I love her, even though I love him, but we are not meant for each other. We cannot compart. The compatibility is not coming. So the best thing to do, I'll just get out of this relationship. It's gonna hurt, it's gonna burn, but I think this is the best solution. That's what we call love. Love sees what eyes can see. You can sacrifice your peace. You can sacrifice to leave that home. Sometimes, guys, you've seen this woman, who get married to a very rich man, a millionaire, and has everything. She's being driven to the supermarket. She's being given everything. She has a bodyguard. And this woman decides to divorce. Now, some women are there, lazy women, right? Trying to ask themselves, like, is she crazy? How can I leave a man like that? Even if my man is cheating, I will not leave. Let me tell you guys, when you love, you will not even see that that man has money. When you love truly, you will not even feel that you have security around you because of that man. When love hits your heart, it blinds you. That's what they say, love is blind. Love doesn't see money, it doesn't see wealth, it doesn't see the age, it doesn't see the beauty that people do, the makeups and everything. Love doesn't see, all right? The walking style, the voice, and all the things. Love is such a dangerous thing, guys. 5 points are down, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. My name is John Gora. I'm a life coach. I have a lot of videos on YouTube, guys. If you've never subscribed to my YouTube channel, run there, guys. Run right now. Go search for my YouTube channel, subscribe, and guys, don't just subscribe. There's a bell there. Put that bell on, that notification bell, put it on. Every time I